Divine Mother Sai and Motherhood by Ms. Redini Latronico. L. Past, present, or future, for all time, res, the heart of the nation, the Vardhe Dharma of life here below. A key the woman's mission is to lay down morality. She must provide children ing. When the mother is imbued W benefit and gets similarly saturated, children learn to be moral. Therefore, women decides whether a counter and conduct are crucial factors. Anna Maria, Swami called out to my mother as we sat in the interview room. She was shocked and delighted at the same time to find that Satya Sai Baba knew her name. As she expressed her wonder and joy through the eloquence of silence, Swami continued, "You are very worried about your daughter. She comes and goes from here to there." As a 9-year-old child in 1986, I was a handful and kept moving about here and there in the Prashanti Nilayam ashram. I kept making friends with other children and played all day until I collapsed in bed at night. To make matters worse, I did not understand English and could not make out anything the volunteers told me in the ashram. My mother replied, "Yes, Swami, I am worried." That was when Sai, with the love of 1,000 mothers, tenderly reassured her in a whisper, "Do not worry about anything. Your daughter is a good girl, good girl." Those words were enough for my mother, Ms. Redini Latronico. Women are the backbone of Progress Breath. They play the chief role in Y role that is charged with holiness and the canons of righteousness, and end with moral and spiritual, train with dharma. The children get the D. When she is skilled in morals, the level of education among Avai is to prosper or decline. Her acts to calm down and trust that Swami is watching over us constantly. Love at first sight. I was blessed with the grace of knowing Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba through my mother when I was just 6. I was immediately convinced that Sai was much more than just a guru, a spiritual master. He was omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient. I felt close to him, as a mother, as a father, as a friend, and as a confidant, despite not having seen him physically. We lived in Argentina, far away from India. However, we had the chance to travel to Puttaparthi and be in his divine presence for the first time in 1986. I was only 9 years old, but by then, I had attended the Sai Center in my city, Buenos Aires, for 3 years. I learned his teachings through books, speeches, workshops, and talks on human values. I also heard about devotees' experiences with him that transformed their lives permanently. During that visit, Sai Baba welcomed us, along with several other devotees, in his interview room. He ensured that all of us felt comfortable and, as the Divine Mother, showered his love on us, attending to every detail. He turned the fans on when it was hot, distributed presents and sweets, and lovingly spoke with each of us. At that time, he reassured my mother about me, as I mentioned earlier. There was no turning back for me ever since. He was installed in my heart, and will always be there. Mother of mothers, I had the blessed opportunity to travel to India with the rest of my family on many other occasions. I even lived there for 3 years. I divided my time between Prashanti Nilayam and the Institute of Satya Sai Education in Human Values in the city of Mumbai, first as a student and later as a faculty member. During those 3 years in India, Swami guided me as a divine mother, and I took every step, trusting him. I can share thousands of anecdotes and miracles about his omnipresence, omniscience, and love. but I would like to focus on one in particular. One day, my mother phoned me and said that after much hard work, she had saved enough money to visit me. In those days, traveling to India was expensive, and I was overjoyed at the prospect of seeing my mother again after a long time. She arrived in Prashanti Nilayam in December 2007 to spend the holidays with me. Due to our Christian upbringing, celebrating Jesus' birthday was always very important for our family, as it was a deeply emotional connection. On the night of 24th December, I was thrilled to learn that I would give a speech the next day along with another young man. We were told to share our experiences with Satya Sai and how he transformed our lives and guided us. Furthermore, we were going to speak in Swami's presence and before a packed Christmas audience of more than 15,000 people. Thus, on the afternoon of 25th December 2007, the birthday of our beloved Jesus Christ, I spoke in the presence of Divine Mother Sai. My earthly mother, Anna Maria, was also seated in the front row, crying with joy. At the end of my speech, Swami beckoned me to come toward him. As I knelt before him, he waved his hand, materialized a gold chain with a locket, and lovingly placed it around my neck. I thanked him for everything. Although I was in utter disbelief and joy, I somehow managed to say, "Swami, thank you for bringing my mother here." Swami laughed and asked, "Where is she?" Puzzled, I replied, "Over there, in the front, Swami, wearing a red sari." He smiled even more at me. I learned a lesson from that confident and loving glance. I understood that Sai is my mother, the Divine Mother, the mother of my mother Anna Maria, the Divine Mother of all creation. He is always willing to give us love, protection, and guidance and is always ready to meet our needs. Walking the path of motherhood, I had entertained thoughts of living in India because I felt it was my dharma to stay at the institute in Mumbai. One day, the director of the institute, who was fully devoted to serving Sai, told me, "It is time for you to go back to your country to share the knowledge and experience you have acquired here and, most importantly, to start a family." Having faith that Sai would always guide me like a mother, I obediently returned to Argentina. I got married and started a family as I understood that my primary sadhana, spiritual practice, was to be a wife and, most importantly, a mother. My role as a mother was more important than any other role. Today, 35 years after my first journey to India, I live happily with my beloved husband, Carlos. We are both immensely grateful for being the parents of 7-year-old Santino and 3-year-old Jasmine. Is it easy to be a mother? I would be lying if I said yes. It is a challenging, 24-hour job but very enriching, noble, and fulfilling. As our children grow up, we as mothers grow in our sacred role under the guidance of our Divine Master. God is present in our children's hugs, their glances, their imitation of us, and their actions. They inspire us to use our judgment and love and to correct them if necessary. I believe the 5 Ds, discipline, discrimination, dedication, determination, and devotion, taught by Satya Sai, are essential for children's upbringing. As Sai has said, we must give our children moral and spiritual training. They receive and follow the message when we think, talk, and act virtuously. Family is a gift of God, where we remind each other about the way back to the source, the essence, which is our innate divinity. Being a mother is a divine gift. For the women who do not have children, if you are willing to become a mother, God provides you with millions of opportunities to perform the role of a mother through nephews, godchildren, etc., or students. Swami told a teacher who did not have children that he would give her thousands of students to guide them as a mother would. Sai, our Divine Mother, unconditionally devotes herself, day and night, to loving, protecting, caring for, educating, nourishing, and guiding her children. Sai's earthly mother, Ishwaramma, did this also and was an exemplary mother. As a mother, I need to follow their example. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In a personal interview, Sai told me and my father, Horatio, be happy. Be happy. Be happy. And I need to practice his divine command. With infinite love and gratitude, Mrs. Redini Latronico.